Right now, it's summer vacation for most kids, and something that is very common in North America is summer camp. So, we're going to be talking about our summer camp experience.
All right.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another That Time We Went to Band Camp kind of episode. We're the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
And we invite you to join us in this conversation where you can improve your listening, improve some of your English listening skills, as well as, hey, get the feeling of English, because it's something you cannot pick up in textbooks, but just right here on our channel. Did you know we have a website? We got a lot of cool stuff. You can become a Next Step community member or even do one-on-one English lessons with me. So, hey, if you're looking to take your English to the next step, check out the website. Today's episode, everyone, we're going to be talking about summer camp experience. So it is, yes, the summer season right now, everyone, and a lot of kids are out. And in North America, this is a time where many families and parents are like, we got to get the kids out because it's so good when they're at school because they're out of the house. And you can't just leave the kids at home all day. So what do? You send them to a camp where they can go out into nature, make some friends, experience new things, and come back with some great stories of their summer trip and their summer time.
Right.
So I have been to a few different types of summer camps in my youth. But I know that in Japan, it's not such a common thing.
Yeah, I'd never really heard anybody talk about summer camp. And I think it's because most people go on summer vacations with their family, or, kids just go to school a lot of the time. So I don't think it's that common,
there is that.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. There's gakudo, which is just like, I guess,
practice.
Daycare-ish.
Yeah.
But for your school,
right.
There's a lot of kids who are still going to schools for whatever kind of club activities that they're doing, if they're involved in any sports.
Right.
So I guess that kind of takes the place of the summer camp feel that we have in North America.
For sure.
But you're still going back home all the time. It still feels just like the normal routine of your days when you are going to school.
Right.
It seems like. Looking from outside, but as like a child, like when I was growing up in the US, summertime was awesome because you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And most of the times when I got to the age of teenager and middle school, and we would be able to go out hanging with our friends, which was like the majority of our time was hanging out with friends.
Right. Pretty much.
There were a few times that we had, traveling with family, going somewhere, which was of course amazing. But sometimes you had nothing to do.
Yeah.
They had different styles of camps that I went to. Like one was like, you can go to like this kind of camp that was far away, more like nature involved, or you can go to this one, which is like just every day you go to the place and then you come back. So it wasn't like camp where you have to stay there.
Like a day
no
camp.
Bunking or anything. Yeah. But multiple day camp. It was like, like 3 times a week or something for a month, something like that.
Oh, okay. I see.
And so that was the first experience I had. And I was with my older sister and we went to a sailing camp. Now, I forgot exactly how we decided on doing a sailing camp, but we did. It was really cool. My hometown is next to the ocean. So we decided, hey, let's try this out. I'm like, yeah, I'm very bad with motion sickness. So I'm not sure why I decided like that would be a good choice for me, but luckily I didn't get sick and I learned a lot about how to sail a boat, which is like a really rare experience, I believe.
Well, yeah, for sure. Especially if you live near like a big body of water, it should be something you can experience at least once. So it's great that you have the opportunity.
But it was really cool to get to understand it. And like once we learned how to sail with our camp counselors, the adults watching us, we were able to go out in groups. It's like a set of 3 people. All right, 3 kids get together and you can head on out on, for this amount of time and like don't go past that area or something. There's a few rules, restrictions, but we could just pretty much do what we wanted.
So wait a minute. You're by yourself on these sailboats, or like with a...
Yes.
Really?
By yourself. The sailboats that we were using were called catamarans. That are very, very small.
Okay.
At least the versions that we were using. and it had like this kind of net in the middle where you could sit down, and then these two flotation, I guess, the part of the boat that helps it float on the sides, and then one sail in the middle.
Right.
It's really small, and pretty much 3 to 4 people could fit on it.
Okay.
So our group was really small, and we were just like free. And so that was like a really cool experience. That is one I definitely remember, like even now as a grown adult, looking back on that time. There's some summers where I'm like, oh, maybe I did this, maybe I did that, but I remember
vividly
going to camp.
Wow.
I remember sailing with these new people that I met. I remember there's these few funny individuals as a kid. Like I remember laughing so much. This dude was like a comedian. I don't remember his name right now, but I remember these experiences. So there's one thing I think that is great about the summer camp, because it's like you're meeting so many new people. It's like you're at a new school or something. And in this case, I was with my sister, so I still felt comfortable to like go out and explore. And yeah, dude, that was definitely one big one that I remember. But again, it was a day camp.
Right.
Going there in the morning and the afternoon, going back home and stuff. But it still had the impact. So I guess and it was a big change of pace. I think that's the biggest thing that kind of hits as like a summer camp.
Right.
Where like you're taken out of your environment, what you're used to every day, and put somewhere else. And maybe that's another reason why I vividly remember this.
I think that's pretty much the case for the summer camps. It's like it's not school, but you're learning, but you're not learning like textbook stuff. I never had the opportunity to go to summer camp, but all the people who did go, I was always curious about what happens, and I only got to see it in movies and things like that. So it looked like an enjoyable time. And I was always curious about it, but I never went. I just ended up playing video games or skateboarding or just hanging out with my friends, building bicycles and stuff like that. So that was kind of my summer camp. Just being outside all day and getting into trouble a lot of the times.
Exactly. And that's another thing with, summer camp. There's camp counselors, people who are watching the kids. And they're usually like young adults, college kids and stuff. So, they kind of have an interesting influence on the younger kids because the younger kids want to be cool and stuff. So they look up at these camp counselors who are, definitely younger than their parents. So we see them as like, cool adults that we can take like, I don't know, just be influenced by, with the style of whatever kind of clothes they're wearing, maybe music, the way that they're talking or something.
It's like you're hanging out with big brother and big sister rather than mom and dad.
Yes. Yes. And that's another like kind of experience or another thing that kids can take from going to summer camp.
Right.
And it's a different feeling from like a teacher or anything.
True.
I'm sure maybe if people are thinking about like a gakudo or like a cram school doing that in the summer in Japan, I still feel like it's a kind of teacher student kind of atmosphere.
Right. Yeah.
So the camps are the way to go, dude. Well, if you didn't go to a camp, but you had the choice to, Adam, what would you do? There's so many different styles of camps out there. There's space camp, there's like nature camps. The second camp that I went to was extreme sports camp. It was for like rollerblading, skateboarding, and BMX. Like,
and that's all we did. Is that another
all day?
Oh, wow. All through the week.
That's all you do.
Wow.
That's all we do. We're just at this massive skate park in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania.
Fun. I want to do that.
Great. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind the wilderness ones too, like going camping outside and learning how to survive, I guess, in the wild, but not really. Just having fun at those kinds of camps.
Yeah.
Like the ones in the movies. I want to go and enjoy like canoeing and kayaking and walking, going on walks and stuff and building, forts and fires and roasting marshmallows and eating s'mores. Like having that experience would have been great for the type of lifestyle I had as a child. I was always outside, but it was outside within the city, within my area. So it would be nice to go away from my house and be in a forest and just hang out with friends and stuff like that. Swing off trees.
Nature.
tree swings into the into the lake. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, skate camp, that sounds like a number two for me.
Yes, that was another great experience. One of the cool things is that it's called Woodward, which is a very, very famous skate camp.
Oh wow.
And it's so popular that like I remember one year in the very early years of the X Games, like they held the X Games at the camp.
Oh wow.
Because their facilities, the ramps that they have and everything were perfect. And during the camping season, pros are coming and going.
Oh wow.
And so it's a cool place where you could see an exhibition of professional skaters, and you can also meet them and talk with them for a little bit. And yeah, so with that camp, of course, it's great to see the professionals and stuff, but to also see other kids that are maybe on your level, or learn some new things from people who are a little better than you. The community is there, and it can be built. So that was such a great thing. But the downside was that it was a little dangerous. They're called extreme sports for a reason, right? So luckily, I mean, I wasn't a big risk taker even now, but as a child as well. So of course I like skateboarding. I would do some tricks and stuff, but I wouldn't do anything too extreme.
I see.
So I was okay. I was safe. Of course, in this place, you know, you need to wear pads and everything, helmet, the whole get up. But still, people can get hurt. And I remember I had a friend who I went to the camp with, who broke his wrist like second to last day of our camp. We were there for like a week. And so we were just hanging out outside and just doing some tricks off this curb and stuff, grinding the curb. And my friend just falls in a weird position. And like, I don't even see it. Like he just slides back, does a backside 50-50, bam. And then he's just like, oh, and I didn't see it. So when we turn around, I'm like, dude, what happened? What happened? And, you know, there's other kids too. And they saw it. They're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And then, you know, he's like, my wrist is broken. It wasn't like crazy gross or anything, but it was just like, you know, he felt it. He's like, it's done, broken. He's like, I can't move it. It hurts a lot. Yeah. And he starts throwing up and stuff. And I was like, whoa, because, you know, the shock as a teenager, you know, he's flipping out a little bit. But again, luckily, the camp is prepared for those kinds of things because it happens a lot. Like maybe almost every day, some kid was hurting themselves kind of bad, you know, but they have plenty of medical teams on the site so they could help them out right away. And then so he went home with a cast on his arm. But again, you know, another great memory that is infused in my mind because of these trips that I had going to summer camp. So, you know, I feel like it is something that can be maybe difficult to do in Japan, maybe even pricey. But even if the kid doesn't enjoy it, maybe 100%, it is definitely an experience that will stay with them for their lifetime.
Yes, for sure.
So what kind of camp would you like to go to, everyone? Let us know in the comments down below. There's so many different styles of camps. If you have been to a camp, let us know too. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and like this one with a nice thumbs up.
Yeah, but that's it. So we'll see you on the next step.